Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, which has already started. Sorry for the delay, but we are now on the radio. Brian here, and of course, I am joined with my co host, Sherry Johnson.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the show tonight. So glad to be here, Brian. It's been a long week. Not doing the show yesterday just kind of threw me all off.
Yeah, it was one of those days where I just didn't really. To be honest, I had no ambition to do anything yesterday. I just really didn't. I was tired. I was just blah. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So I'm just like, I can't do this tonight. I just can't. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it was definitely one of those Fridays. I think the week just felt so long this past week. You know, there's so much happening, and this weather changing doesn't help us a bit.
No. Is it snowing where you are right at the moment?
It is. It's actually we've gotten probably about an inch and a half now.
I have at least 2 inches of snow.
It's supposed to get up to about 6 inches. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow. And it was so sunny this morning and warm. I had the windows open, and this was just coming right into my kitchen and warming it up in there. I was like, yes, it feels like spring. And then it started getting dark. Did you see it get dark today? It was like a crazy darkness, and then it started to snow. It's like, the winds picked up, and that's it. Dan says it was almost 70 yesterday there in Tennessee, but raining so much, I'm about to start building an ark. You might want to. I heard there is a lot of rain down there.
Yeah, I know.
I think by the time it gets up this way, it becomes snow.
Right. So yeah. Hello to Bill and Alicia, my aunt, my grandmother, my sister, Daniel Payton, and I'm pretty sure there's other people watching. So hello to everyone. Did you have a wonderful Valentine's Day? What did you do for Valentine's Day? What happened?
My Valentine's Day, nothing really happened. I didn't get a Valentine's, nothing like that. It was just a normal day, but it was okay. It was okay, yeah. So I kind of just said happy Valentine's to everyone and enjoy doing that. And, you know, that's about it. Valentine's to my grandkids, and that was fun. So I actually enjoyed it. Yeah. It was pretty much a normal day. I felt bad. You know, you're on Facebook and you read about a lot of people not having Valentine's, or they hate it, or they don't like it. You know, I mean, it's really what you make of it. You know, you can be happy just as you can be grateful and thankful for having to be on this planet still.
Right.
Just enjoy your day and think about other people, your loved ones in your life. And I think that that's important. True. How was your Valentine's Day?
I worked.
Yeah, so
I was working, so that was pretty much my Valentine's, and I got my Valentine's 2 days before, I think it was. I got my roses, and
yeah, you were.
So yeah,
nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. But
people were sick. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
I believe your aunt was sick. And Bill says, I bought my girl a ton of stuff and didn't even get a card? Question. She said, it's for women. Thoughts. Oh, Bill, I think it goes either way. I think it's for both, not just for women.
It's for both. It really is.
It's for both.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not. It used
to
be.
That must have hurt. I don't know. Unless for some reason she was incapable of getting you something. I mean, really? You know, it's not even about getting something though, Bill. You know, it's the thought behind it, and it's how much love they show you on a daily basis. You know, it's really not maybe getting anything, but being shown how much you are loved and cared for by someone. And it doesn't have to be a romantic love either, everyone. You can share by not being romantically involved with the person. There's so many ways to show love. And, you don't really, I don't think it's about getting something. It's about being shown. So Dan says it was another one. In fact, it was even more boring than normal Wednesday. Half of my normal stuff was canceled. Oh, Dan, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You were my Valentine, too. Remember I asked him last show?
That's right.
I asked him to be my Valentine.
I remember, yeah.
He says, I felt the love. Well, good, Bill. There. Good. See, then you didn't need all that stuff. You don't need items to prove love to people. Oh, Dan. He's the Valentine Scrooge.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Valentine's Day. Besides the fact that it was just a bad day, it was a very, very bad, awful, just icky, nasty day for the state of Florida. So
it was absolutely. Yes. I just want to say you were talking about for those of you who don't know, in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, 17 people were killed by a shooting by a former student, from what I've heard. And our prayers and thoughts go out to those 17 individuals who were shot and killed. Very sad, very sad. There's so many school shootings, or have been. I don't understand how these people are still able to get into schools. I know in schools around in our area, they lock all the doors as soon as all the students get in. Most of the schools around here have a push button. You have to be seen to be let in, and all that. I don't know why there wasn't tighter security down there. Plus, them having prior knowledge that this certain individual had made postings that the FBI knew about, that he was planning on doing a shooting attack. And I don't understand, why precautions weren't taken a little bit more seriously.
Yeah. Well, here's the difference between our schools and their schools. Their schools are open areas. Their classrooms are separated into little, buildings. They look like trailers, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, you can walk right through and, whatever else. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm just, not, too happy about it, I'll tell you that. So I guess now the question is do we need gun control, or do we need to control who has the guns? Who's able to get guns?
Well, yes. I think that's exactly where they should start, and who can get guns. Yeah, but there's so many people out there making other devices too. I don't think it's just guns,
Right.
There's been those pressure cookers that were used in the Boston. There's so many different ways to do things. I don't think we should focus on guns per se, but I think we need to start identifying and doing checks on people who do purchase them.
True.
See, Heather said the problem is he legally bought a gun, no history of mental health, but in the paper he does have mental health. In an article I was reading, he did have some mental problems. Well, obviously he does. I mean, look at what he did, but it was actually known, a history of having a slight autism and depression.
Right.
So, that's right, Bill. Guns don't kill people, crazy people do. Exactly. People who have mental problems do. I agree with that. I definitely think people should have the right to own a gun, as long as you're in the right mental state of mind.
Right, yeah.
That's true, Heather. Absolutely. You can't fringe on law-abiding people's rights. You'll never prevent anyone from killing someone if that's what they want to do. Correct.
That is true.
And Bill said, yes, he did. They missed it. How could you miss it? If these background checks on these people are going to be done in order to buy a gun, then it can't be missed. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be more there that they can review in order to get a gun. Mm-hmm. Dan says, I lived in Oklahoma in 1995 where fertilizer was used to blow up a building. Exactly. Like, you can use anything. That kind of explosion would have killed many more at the school, and it would have been harder to find the culprit. It took serious investigation to find McVeigh and Nichols. True. Absolutely. I mean, there's so many ways, There's so many ways. Mm. And, but I think having tighter security on these schools so these people can't get in, that is huge. That is a huge situation. Look at all these colleges, these people walk in and out and around college campuses freely. Like, there's got to be some form more of security, I would think. I'm glad in our area you can buzz to get in, but, even in our area, I found out just pressing on the doorbell to be let into school to see my granddaughter. I mean, she's in pre-kindergarten, and I can walk in, and there's nobody, like, just sitting right there. Like, I have to walk down the hall to the office. Like, if it was just anyone being buzzed in, because I look like someone like me, I mean, it's kind of scary. I could have gone anywhere in the school, really. But I think there has to be more security, definitely.
True, yes.
I agree with Bill. Yeah, schools need to be like courts, metal detectors and warrants, absolutely. And I think all bags, could be looked at as the kids come in. They put down their backpack. They could just a quick peek, They'll probably keep a lot of drugs out of school as well. They can. But, things cost. It costs money to have someone stand there and do the metal wands and have metal detectors. But, if they're going to start putting more money towards the schools, I think that this is something they really need to focus on. They need to focus on putting the money towards metal detectors. I mean, we have these gorgeous schools. In Pittsfield, Mass, half of our schools are all being redone. Pittsfield and Taconic they're growing this huge high school. They're building from scratch. The building's going to be huge and brand new. And I definitely think they need to have a metal detector. I have not heard anything about the security they're going to have in this building yet, but I sure hope they put in something like that. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some sort of funding or money somewhere to get people to stand there and do this. I know some of the middle schools, they have an officer who comes in at certain times of the days and walks around, but I think there has to be more than that.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think that's true.
Heather, yep. And Heather said they ask certain questions, and just because a lawyer says he has mental illness, doesn't mean it's documented. I have mental illness, but I'm not homicidal or suicidal. Right. But, I mean, if this kid has had autism, I'm sure that was detected at a really young age. I understand his depression. He's been through a lot, but there comes a point, he was kicked out of the school, Heather. He was suspended, and then he was finally kicked out, from what I've heard. Evidently, something was his anger, his depression, something else was going on with him that was well known.
I don't know. But I do know that it was just reported today that, was it North or South Dakota, just the governor signed a bill that guns are now allowed in schools. So teachers and obviously security officers are now able to carry weapons for safety.
Do you think that is a safety issue, or
I don't know.
Is that something where a gun could be actually taken from a teacher? You know, it has to be like on their waist or something. You know, like at all times. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they should. I'm sure if you know that every teacher in that school has a gun, then you're not going to enter it. Somewhere I was reading, they said that one of the safest cities in America is a town, actually, not a city, sorry, a town in which everyone has a gun. And it's rated one of the safest cities.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. I don't know. It's just awful. So, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, it's a cycle, and it just keeps happening where you have a school shooting, and then it's our thoughts and prayers are with everyone, and then there's a debate on Facebook, and then Congress will talk about it or ignore it, and then it'll start all over again. There's a shooting. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. And then there's another debate on Facebook about gun control. And then it's like this vicious circle that just keeps going around and around. Because nobody wants to take on the NRA. Nobody wants to take anyone's guns away. Because then everyone raises holy hell and our amendment rights and blah, blah, blah. I believe that everyone should be able to carry a weapon for safety. But I think that if you want that weapon, then you need to go through certain steps in order to get it. Before you get it, you should go and be cleared through the FBI, right. Be cleared through whatever, you know what I mean? So, but then again, there's no guarantee that the FBI are going to know that, oh yeah, he was perfectly fine. He passed everything with flying color. I don't know why he shot up that guy, you know, so it Brian, really doesn't matter.
He stated online on social networking, he wanted to be famous for the worst school shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, they did nothing.
Right.
He had been suspended. There's history. It says he was a troubled kid. It went way back from when he was younger.
Right.
This kid has been known to be nothing but trouble. And then he states it online. 3 people went to authorities saying this particular person is talking about shooting up a school. Nothing was investigated. Nothing was done. They knew he had a gun. They knew it. Authorities knew he had a gun. They did nothing. I'm looking at the FBI right now. Why didn't they step in, search his house, find out, watch him, see what's going down with him? Something's there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm very upset. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
I totally agree. Totally agree. Totally agree.
Right.
So, yeah.
Dan says, oh wait, I'm sorry. Dan said the problem is that focusing on gun or the security, the problem is that we are trying to figure out how to stop people from killing each other. Sadly, that will continue to happen. It has been proven that taking away people's ability to protect themselves fails to stem the tide of death by murders. People will continue to kill each other until the end of time. Mm-hmm. I understand that, but can there be some precautions of saving keeping people within a building that we know these crimes are happening. That's why we do have to, we need to focus on the security of the buildings and the people where we send our children to. I understand there's people that will kill other people, but we do have to focus on the security of where we send people. We have to focus on the security of concerts. We have to focus security on hockey games and soccer games and, wherever groups of people are, because we do have these people out there that are trying to kill each other. But I think security is a huge issue with that. We have to focus on gun and security together. And yeah, we can't stop everybody, but will we stop a majority of people? I believe so. Brian, do you think that having these teachers all walking around with guns in a school is helping the security problem?
No.
See, I don't think so either.
No. It's a recipe for disaster. Something bad will happen from it. I hope not. I mean, but if that's what the state wants to do, then that's on there. Unless it's locked away, in a safe or something like that. But even still, I don't know. They just need to figure something out. So, and I hope that they figure things out. So,
right,
we'll see. I mean, what does everyone else think about this? Anybody have any comments about? I know it was either North or South Dakota, where they're now able to carry or concealed weapons in schools now, teachers and faculty. So, but besides that mess happening, now we have indicted 13 people from Russia for meddling in the 2016 presidential election. Have you heard about this? You have not.
I try not to.
Okay.
I have, Brian, but I've heard so much about this stuff. It's just sickening. It's like, I have better things to do with my time than to sit and listen to that.
I really do. But I'm glad that they are going after these people. I'm glad that they, because what they did was completely wrong.
Yes,
so,
I agree.
Just, I don't know. But still, it's just, this country is just, shit is getting worse. That's all it is. Every day, like I said, it's just this vicious cycle. Every day, it's something new. And there's no positive news anymore. There's no, it's going to be a great day, or it's going to be a great morning, or nothing. This person was shot. This person's being indicted for this. This person, it's just, I don't know. So, it's a little ridiculous. So, that is a very long comment, Mr. Payton. So, security is important, and I do believe that increasing security at schools is a good idea. I am not against this. But many of the gun control crowd fail to see that their base argument is that they can solve the murder problem by taking guns away from everyone. This is not going to work. Obviously, it's not going to work. So, And like they say, the NRA lines people's pockets with monies to keep guns in people's hands. And I get it. It's an amendment. You have the right to have a weapon. If you pass tests and whatever else, then you get your little, FID card or whatever it's called. That way you can have a gun. But, I don't know. Yeah. I've never owned one. I don't want to own one. I believe a lot of it starts with,
these kids are not getting the education that they need, number one. To understand what this does to people.
Why don't they raise the age limit to buy a gun? You raise the age limit. Like, seriously?
Yeah, I think that people are getting guns other ways too. It's not just.
I know it's not the traditional way where you're walking into the store and you're buying a gun. Like, I get it. There's the black market. You're buying it off a friend, or you're buying it off the streets. I get it, but that goes for cigarettes and drugs the same way. Like, if they're not old enough to buy it in the store, they're going to get it somewhere else. Or they're going to find a way. But if you keep raising the age for alcohol and tobacco, why not do it for guns or whatever? If you're worried about kids killing kids with these guns, instead of 18, do 25. So I don't care what it is. That's my idea, anyways. Right. It may not be the best one, but that's all I can come up with. So. This whole situation just it's very disturbing. And, I feel bad for people who have children who are currently in schools. I do not have children, so I don't have to worry about my child being, shot up by some maniac that wants to be famous. So, but I do have to worry about myself, in other situations.
Right,
but,
right.
This is just, it's just.
I believe there's a lot of veterans out there, who would be willing to donate volunteer time to help add security to these schools. Just saying. I've talked to actually a couple of them, and they said that they would be willing to donate time to stand at a door and, use metal detectors and the wands and search bags. And I think we should look for more people willing to donate time like that. If the school system does not have the money for the security, I think, that would be a really great thing that this country can do for themselves.
Right.
We all need to step up. I think get to know your kids really good, too. Check your kids' bags before they leave for school if you can. Check the kids' bedrooms, make sure they don't have guns and they don't have drugs and whatever, they could be using to create an explosive. I think that parents really need to be more aware of what their kids are into, who they're hanging out with, for a lot of reasons, for their safety, your safety, and your friends' kids' safety as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. What happened? What is happening to the world? This country? I just don't understand. When you went to school, this was not happening. When I went to school, this did not happen. I don't understand. I think that social media is playing a part in it. I think that this new generation with all the new technology is playing a part in it. The world is changing, and unfortunately in a bad way. I think good things are turning bad. I think that's what it is. It's a whole mix of just everything. It's, and like people say, the gun did not kill these innocent kids.
No, it was the kid.
It's the kid that pulled the trigger.
Absolutely.
That whatever. So something.
And he said he wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to be a famous person. Well, you know what? He sure made himself famous.
Oh, he did, and he's going to die too. So
I mean, there has to be another way to teach these kids that being famous is not everything. Look at and doing something terrible like this is not a good famous. No. All goes with parenting in school and education.
Yeah. But isn't it funny how they're telling everyone, see something, say something. Well, they were saying something, but didn't do anything.
Yeah, they were saying something too. actually went to authorities and said that this kid is planning on shooting the school. The authorities did nothing.
Yeah.
They did nothing.
Oh, Lord. I don't know. And yes, it could be parenting, but then again, it could not, because a lot of kids don't talk to their parents, and the parents don't really talk to their kids. So it's 50-50 on whatever. So I don't know.
Heather has a good point, too. Like, you can't discipline the kids like you were. Like, these kids know that you can't discipline them. And that's at a very young age.
Yeah.
They use that against their parents all the time. You hit me, I'm going to tell the authorities, and then DCF will take us away. Or DCF, what is it?
DCF?
Yeah, we'll take
CPS
you away.
or
Well, it used
DCF,
to be DSS.
Yes.
Some places it's still DCF. Here in the Northeast, it's DCF. Yeah, and it's the kids know that you can't discipline them. The way we were brought up, when we were brought up, it was like teachers were able to hit you in school. They took out rulers. You hate yourself, or I'm going to hit you across the knuckles with this.
Yeah.
Was that a good approach, though, Brian? Do you think?
I think that you should be allowed to raise your child any way you see fit, but to make sure that they're going to be an upstanding citizen. And I'm sorry, but if I was out of line, my ass was going to get beat. That's just the way it was. And, yes, children rebel and everything else, but, I knew between right and wrong, and just, I think it should go back the way it was. Obviously, not to the point where you're beating the shit out of your kid every day, or leaving marks or bruises and stuff like that, but letting the child know who's boss, and no, this is not appropriate. No, you can't do this, and I'm sorry. I think people should just go back to minding their own business. You raise your kid the way you want to. And if you notice that something's wrong, you need to say something to your child. You need to have a conversation with your child. And just like the grandmother who happened to read her grandson's diary about wanting to shoot up a school, she immediately called the authorities. They found the gun and everything. So it takes a lot to actually report this, and so he was arrested. So, I mean, we averted another one, which is pretty good. So,
right. I think also, kids are not getting the discipline that they need for the fact that both parents have to work jobs. And I'm not making that an excuse, but you need to have at least 2 incomes coming into your house. And the parents aren't there. The kids get home from school. Sometimes they just have a note on the wall saying, "Here, throw in the microwave at dinner. Make sure you go to bed. Turn off the front light. We'll be home. We'll see you tomorrow." So discipline isn't really there. I don't think discipline needs to be like quite as physical, but I think it has to be actions with consequences, and it has to be taken, seriously. Something needs to be done. It's like you send a kid to their room now. They have a phone, the internet, a computer. You take it away. They go to their room. That's their sanctuary. That's their spot. That's where they want.
Take it away. No. You don't make it a sanctuary. You take the sanctuary away. You take it away.
Yeah, well, exactly.
No
you
computers.
Have like a spare room in your house with just a bed.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, you don't get any of that stuff.
It's.
Yeah, no, I would take everything away. I really would. So
exactly, I used to when my kids got in trouble. It was your room. You hand me the phones. At the time they were what are those little music? The MP4 players. I mean, you couldn't talk to other people, but I took anything that
nothing, no entertainment whatsoever. No joy, nothing.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to give them a notebook that they would have to write what they did wrong, why they felt that was okay, and then an apology in it to me. And I have the notebook still till today. It's so funny. Sit down and look at them every now and then and read.
Mm.
I have my kids used to write to me at the end of every night a little paragraph, how their day went and what happened. And, so I could keep up on with them. But if they got in trouble, they'd have to write to me. That was the thing. I had them write. They didn't like that. But I didn't physically have to spank them or anything like that, so.
Right, yeah.
But they did not like sitting at the table and writing. That was torture. But it worked to an extent. Kids like to do what they want to do anyways. But I'm very close to my kids now. I love it. I love how close my kids and I are. Love it.
Yeah.
I have 3 and I adopted my son. And yeah, it's cool. I love it right now.
Yeah.
Dan said, here, I'll go back a little bit because you guys are typing so much. Soapbox here. We have been teaching children since the 90s that they don't need to worry about consequences. I watch it every day. Kids scream for what they want in public. Their parents scold them verbally while physically giving the child what they want. Yeah, let's stop right there. You can't, your kid's screaming, don't hand them what they want. You say, no, not, That's a big mistake. And then I worked in places where kids like to shop and watch these brats every day and how their parents never apply consequences. Well, they're going to have that problem, child, that's for sure, right? Yep. And Bill says, real beat me too. And then Dan says, discipline does not need to be physical, but parents need to teach their children that actions have consequences. If you don't want these consequences, don't take the action. That's right. That's right, Dan. Depriving children of their entertainment is a much harsher punishment than a belt beating. It's true. That's true.
I mean,
it says we need to give that grandmother more news time about the school shooter and make doing the right thing much more famous than being the villain. That's right. True. I agree.
I mean, I'm not saying beat your child with a belt or anything like that, but I'm just saying, using some sort of punishment to instill values, in your child. So, So yeah, having conversations.
And then Bill said, yeah, right. And I talked a lot to my kids and sat them around a table. Sometimes our dinners lasted like 2 hours, 3 hours, because we would sit there and each one would talk, and it was. Yeah. We still do that. It's weird. We still do that. Bill said, yeah, okay, Dan, that works. Not. I never had to put my hands on my kids. They are just raised with respect and know right from wrong. You take that shit away as soon as they leave the house. They have access to it. That's no punishment.
Yeah, I mean, it's all on how you raise your children. And like I said, communication is key. Right. Talking to them and, But then again, it does matter on how kids are brought up, and is it single mom, is it single dad, is it in and out of foster homes, is it there's everything.
Right. Well, I want to bring up a better subject. Brian, today I got to try a new Dorito that went into stores. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Doritos have come out with a few new ones, and I'm psyched because I'm a huge Dorito lover. I don't know if you guys are. Let me know if you are. But I love chip. I'm a chip person, okay? But I love Doritos. And they came out with the new Doritos Blaze. Now, I've had hot chips before, okay? But this one, I took one chip. I almost couldn't breathe. It was so hot. I was like, ugh. Oh my gosh. Like one bite of this chip in my hairline. I started sweating. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But Doritos has actually come out with 127 different kinds of chips now. Do you know that?
No.
They're crazy. I know you work in a place where you probably have Doritos. Have you seen anything new come down to your area? Do you guys get the Blaze ones?
I did. We do have the Blaze.
Did you try those?
No, I won't eat them. No.
Oh my God, they're so hot.
No, they're so hot. I won't eat them because they're, no. I don't like spicy food, so I won't eat them. But
I do. I love spicy foods, but ooh, I actually like the Blaze. Even though it was that hot, I kept eating them, but I can only do like a handful because they're hot. I
yeah,
was just surprised. And then Doritos has come out with another one called Dark Southern Fried Chicken,
I've seen it. I don't have those
which
ones, but I've seen
you
them at
see,
Walmart. Yeah,
really,
yeah.
see, I could get out there more. I'm still not walking fully yet, but um, and then Doritos After Dark Last Call Kebab.
I have no idea. I've never heard of that one. Like those specialty flavor ones, we normally don't get. We'll get the ones that are like distributed, like the Blaze, and I believe there was a purple bag or something. There was another flavor that we got too. So
Interesting. There's a new extreme kickin' chili, but I think that one's been out for. I think I've seen that one before. I'm not sure. But they came out with these little boxes, Doritos Nuts. Who
yes, I
would
do
have
have
thought?
those. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do
Have
have
you tried them?
those. I have not tried them, but we do have them at the store. Yep.
Interesting. There's a Cool Ranch and a nacho cheese, I guess.
And we've almost completely sold out of them. Yeah. So they were very popular.
Really?
Well, we had $1 off coupon with them, so
Well, how much are they? Just wondering.
they're $1.99. So you pretty much got them for 99 cents.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Awesome. But Brian, they have a link. Now, this is what I wanted to bring up to you. They have a link. If you have an idea for a Dorito chip, we can submit it. I think we should do a Brian and Sherry taste. Well, what would it be? It'd probably taste like Peeps and chocolate. By the way, Oreo came out with
I know.
a Peep
I already have
Oreo.
it.
I can't forget to tell you.
I already have it.
Uh-huh.
I already have
Do you
it.
like it?
I haven't tried it.
Oh, you haven't tried?
No, I haven't tried it. So, yeah, they are
Oh my God.
downstairs. Yes, I do have
Right.
them.
You've embedded this Peep thing in my head. I see Peeps around. Hey, Brian. There's so much Peep stuff. I'm pretty amazed by that.
Yes.
But if you could have a Dorito taste, Brian, I want to submit it. If anyone has any ideas out there and would like to share with us what we could actually try to make a chip out of, submit it to Doritos. Let's see what they do. So,
I have no idea. Does anybody have any ideas? I have no idea.
if you could have a chip, what would it be?
I have no idea.
And I could look and see if they actually have something of that, but somebody said a bacon and cheddar, but they have that. Sorry, guys.
I have
Do you
no
like-
idea.
Huh?
I don't know
What would
I
you
would-
want?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I have no idea what I would want. Very good question.
Well, maybe everyone can think about it and get back to us with a flavor that we are going to submit to Doritos and see what they do. It'll be fun. I hear Dan's eating popcorn. He made popcorn to watch tonight's show. How's your popcorn, Dan?
Is it Bill that's saying goodnight?
Oh, Bill's saying goodnight. Good night,
Oh,
Bill.
okay.
Bill. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate your input on everything. It was fun. And Dan is heading to a special screening of the original Wizard of Oz at a theater in Pigeon Forge. Awesome.
Very nice.
I would love to see
nice.
that. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
How did your other show go there, Dan? You were going to go see, oh, goodness. I forgot the name of it.
I don't know.
He was going to go see an old time.
Oh, Dan. I thought you were talking about me.
Dan was gonna. I forgot the name.
I don't know, but we will. We'll find out how this one went.
Yeah, the margaritas.
Okay.
Oh no, Bill wrote that. Okay.
See, this time you're seeing comments before I see them, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, the screen, like, Facebook keeps stopping on me. So, trying to read and catch up with you, it's a little bit different. I have a delay as well, just so you all know.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
I was just going to point out that it is stove-popped popcorn with real browned butter and sprinkled with ranch seasoning. Doesn't that sound really good?
Oh my god. I want some.
I have to go. I have to go. Yeah, because I could actually taste the ranch in my mouth. So yeah. I have to go. But it is 10 o'clock, and I just Gigi. That's what it was. Gigi. That's what he went and saw. So, cool. Awesome. So, it is 10 o'clock, and we are going to end the show because we end the show at 10 o'clock. So, we had an interesting show. I don't think that we've gotten to the point where it's been a heated discussion, which is a good thing, but unfortunately for a bad situation. So, I wish it was a different subject matter that, we got involved with. But I like hearing people's different point of views and what they think about the whole situation and stuff like that. So, but now that we have spoken about it, we don't have to speak about it again, unless it's in the news again about something else, which I hope not. We hope and pray that it does not happen again. So I hope that everyone has a fantastic rest of the weekend. I hope the snow does not impact you too much, but because I know it's snowing out there quite a bit. We've already surpassed 3 inches up here, so it's started coming down at 6:30, and it's
I haven't looked out in an hour.
I don't even want to know.
I can just imagine.
Yeah, I'm afraid to look out the window. So, have a caramel Doritos.
Ooh, Bill, I like that. That's caramel and corn. Yeah, that could be good.
That's a very good idea. Submit it. See what happens.
I'm gonna submit that, guys.
Okay.
Caramel.
That would be a very good idea. Yes, Bill. I like that idea. So
Thanks for the idea.
Yes, and we'll make sure to put his name into that. So, anyways, have a fantastic. I don't know which camera to look at. I got like 5 going here. So have a great rest of your weekend. It's gonna be what? 55s, 60s for 3 days that coming up this week. What, Tuesday, Wednesday?
It might hit 71 on Thursday.
That is just craziness. So we already know that whatever, let the snow fall.
6 inches of snow.
Just let the snow fall because it's going to be gone by Thursday. So we really don't care. So, all right. Goodbye, everyone. And we will definitely see everyone on Friday and Saturday. So, yeah. Oh, and I just want to point out that we also have picked up a few more affiliates, so, which is kind of a good thing. So we have Microsoft. So Microsoft has joined our affiliate family. Sam's Club has joined our affiliate family. Nice. There's a jewelry store that's joined. There's a couple of them, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to start.
Exciting, guys.
I know, to have Microsoft.
This is big for us. Great.
Yeah. So I'm going to start posting them onto our Facebook. So if anyone's interested in any sort of products or whatever, always check out our website. The link is right on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Brian.Sherry-Show. And there you will find the link to our website. So that is it. I am done. So, yeah. I love this thing. But anyways. So, yeah, that's it. So goodbye, everyone. And make sure to like this video and share this video. And we will make sure that Friday's show is more pleasant and fun. And
I think it was fine. It was just a discussion.
We
need to talk about the stressful things.
It does need to happen.
You feel better afterwards.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You all have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you Friday. Everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.